It's Will. Hopefully, you're having a great Thursday. So, in this one, we're going to talk about the machine and this revolutionary new system that is changing everything for investors. Let's get into it. So, what we're going to go into today. Oh, I can hear myself. Oh, geez. Hello. There we go. All right. We're good to go. You guys don't hear double echoes. If my screen freezes for any reason, let me know. Can you guys all see the screen okay? I had some issues earlier today. We did a live stream on the top 4 data center companies. We had the screen freeze. So if it's working, it's good to go. Let me know in the chat and let's jump right into it. So I'm really excited to break down this one-click approach that puts your analysis 100% on autopilot. Sit back and let the machine uncover your first or next deal in the stock market for you. Now, the key here, guys, is we're going to go over a lot of you guys might think that in order to get really good results this year, you're going to have to just work really hard and, do the best you can to, get your analysis together. But this is all about the system. It's an AI system, and it's going to change your approach so that this is really the only thing you need to avoid the analysis paralysis that a lot of investors get into. How many of you guys have been there? A lot of analysis paralysis this year, maybe where you're analyzing a stock, you get into a position where you like what you see, but then something comes up. You got to shift in your analysis. So let's get into it. Okay. The first thing we want to go over here is, for staying to the end, you get the trade profit calculator. If you guys haven't already, this is our optimized for mobile calculator that I use for every trade for free. You get it, unlimited access. This eliminates emotions and the fear of missing out. So we've grown a YouTube channel to over 30,000 people this year. It's been quite the growth. And you can see that we've had some really great testimonials. We've seen some companies surge over 10x. Aside from just the subscribers going up 10x, we have people that tune in every single day, thousands of people, and a lot of testimonials, a lot of great insights from you guys that have proven that with some of the new stocks we uncover, you're able to get some great returns. And it's led to us meeting some really impactful people. We met Jack Selby at one point. We were able to get into connection there with Ricky. We flew out there. He drove us in his GTR. That was very nice. And we've done it all without hyping up stocks, without unfulfilled promises. A lot of the approach we have is not anything other than a straightforward approach. In fact, we've also turned down over $100,000 from monthly promotional offers without stomach turns or regrets. Some of you guys heard this story, but we got offered tens of thousands of dollars per month to promote specific platforms in the stock market or in the financial space that just didn't really have integrity. So we ended up turning down those offers because we're not here to get bought out. We're here to provide value to you. And it's funny, right after doing that, I didn't feel regretful at all. But right after doing that, it turned out to be the best decision, because just after turning down those sellout deals, as of recently, we accepted a partnership to work with Robinhood, and we garnered over 1,000 times more exposure than we ever imagined. I think they most likely put between $10 to $25 million behind the ads that they run with my face on it. You guys might have seen it, where they are sharing a video of me breaking down how to use their platform. And on top of that, we have another thing going this year, which should be really cool. You'll see something roll out here probably towards end of Q1, maybe into Q2 here. But I share this with you because, the reason why is because I really care about what we're building. I care about what we're building right now. And I see a comment there from Mud says, I almost retired on APLX today. I love to see it. We had some great returns. We were actually trading it this morning. Yeah, very nice to see. Congratulations. Glad things are going well for you. So today is the world debut of the machine. the future of stock investing analysis. Now, some of you guys may have seen some of these breakdowns that I've given on the machine. So if you have seen it, great. Maybe you missed something and you'll want to listen to this often, or you are hearing this for the first time. But we're going to get right into it. So, stock analysis as we know it. The normal stock finding system looks something like this. You build your watch list, you track and monitor the stocks, and you continue to build the watch list. And the process looks something like this. You build the list, you pick the stock, you check the charts, check the news, analyze the financials, determine the profit opportunity, buy the stock, refresh, and repeat. Until now, analysis automation has been designed to focus almost exclusively on just finding stocks. And here's the thing. That process I just showed you, you're going to notice that in this presentation today, there's a radical movement towards technology that's filling in the gaps beyond just finding the stocks, and is 100% designed to help you stop having to do that process over and over, researching. Stop over-analyzing, right? That's one of the things that is one of the top investor mistakes. You might not hear it very often, but it's what I hear a lot. And getting caught up in the noise so much that they miss a key event or a catalyst, which oftentimes leads to failure. So analyzing stocks normally takes technology plus human skill. Hey, what's going on, Antoku? How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good one. David, how are you? So analyzing stocks normally takes technology plus human skill. Now imagine if you could automate the technology and eliminate the human skill. What if you could get the software to do it all for you, so you simply can wake up to deals? Wake up to this. See how simple this looks? But what if I told you that this literally told you what the stock is worth, the likely value that it's supposed to be over the next month, and that this image right here is a full analysis? So what does Prophecy AI models actually do? Let's get into the machine. Let's talk about Prophecy AI. We have AI-driven models that don't just pick stocks. They analyze markets with the precision of Wall Street quant, the discipline of a billionaire investor, and the speed of a supercomputer, so you don't have to. Multi-layered analysis, the big picture and the details. So this scans the global market trends, the sector flows, and the economic data, dives deep into company fundamentals, the revenue, the growth, the profitability, cash flow, and debt, and evaluates the competitive moats and management quality, assesses the current valuation. Is it underpriced? Is it overpriced? Or is it a screaming opportunity? The multi-layered analysis does all that big picture down to the details for you. So you don't have to read those endless reports, endless earnings calls, or news. The model does the heavy lifting for you. So multi-layered analysis is the big picture and the details. So it scans those global markets, it goes through that deep dive, it goes through the competitive moat, all of the financials for you, and the current valuation, and then is it determined there at that point if it's undervalued or overvalued. So number 3, it tracks the institutional money and the smart money moves. Now, not always is this going to be the case, because you guys know, if you're an investor today, you know that the best deals that you've found have been before the institutions buy. The best deals that you find are when you buy in before the institutions. Because the institutions are the ones that come in and are paying big money for those investments, and they're willing to pay the price because they don't want to miss out on the move. So if you're able to find the information, you're able to get into a stock that is in a position that it will attract the institutional buyers, then you open up your portfolio to have more success and be able to focus on the value before the institutions roll in. So monitoring and buying and selling of top hedge funds, the mutual funds, the institutions is good if you can catch it early. So this flags when big money is quietly accumulating or dumping shares, uses the volume, block trades, and ETF inclusion as high impact signals. Good evening, Lee. How are you doing? So number 3, tracks institutional money, smart money moves. There's no more guessing if the pros are in or out because our model watches the giants so you don't have to. Number 4, real-time signals and actual alerts. So instantly detecting changes in momentum, sentiment, and the technical patterns. Number 4 is that you get the right info at the right time without spending hours glued to your screen. Number 5, decision support. So not just the data, but the confidence in the data. So we synthesize thousands, these models synthesize thousands of data points into a clear buy, hold, or sell signal. And that gives you the conviction to act without analysis paralysis or emotional bias. How many of you guys have been there? When you know how when you're getting into a trade or investment and then you start to steer a little bit towards the emotions and you say, ooh, I don't know, should I buy it? Should I sell this? And you start to feel emotional about it, but then you make the decision. And then every moment while you're in it, it's almost harder investing in it because your goal was to make a trade where you make money, but you end up sitting there and you're like, I don't know if I'm in the right stock. I don't know if I'm in at the right time. So what I'm saying is you don't need to, invent something crazy here. This is just here to help you make the decisions. You don't need a bunch of new strategies per se, but this is the ability for you to capitalize on these systems that are already available to you. You get world-class analysis delivered in plain English so you can invest like the pros without being one. So in one click, you know why a stock is going the direction it's going. So we've been noticing a trend. Technology is advancing and it's changing the game and making stock investing easier. So our journey towards building the machine behind Prophecy AI started a year ago with one very simple question. The question was, could we build an automated software that would find Stockmate users more stocks that end up as profitable deals than other users were finding on their own? And now asking that question led to a Stockmate research and development project and the birth of what we call Prophecy AI. Now, answering that question was just the first step towards creating Prophecy. So I'll explain everything. And how that answer affects you and your success is what the rest of this presentation is about. So at first, we released a machine just to power the market view. Some of you guys have seen this, some of you have not, but it essentially allows you to pick out the best stocks in individual markets and see when stocks are growing in those markets. So the idea behind the machine market view was pretty simple. Here's how it works. So this is really important. The new opportunities in the market view ads each time weren't just random stocks. The system used predictive analytics and motivation targeting to find stocks that were likely to grow in the segment of the market that you were already searching. So imagine the trail of opportunity that you can discover. Can you imagine what it would be like when you identify these small emerging markets faster? Because some markets, they reward effort, but most don't. You just got to find the right markets at the right time. It doesn't require tremendous talent or anything special. It just requires the alignment and finding those markets early. And a lot of people think that it's them that they're not trading well. Like, oh, I need to work on my discipline, things like that. What if there's nothing wrong with that? What if it's actually finding the right markets to invest in? So how did we do? The simple answer is great. we found that market view stocks grew at a higher percentage than non-market view deals for average investors. So that showed us that we were on track and that we could move towards the next step in our R&D project. So this brought us face to face with a much more difficult problem to solve. Instead of just getting more markets, we wanted to know if we could create software that would produce a picture of markets and expand that picture on autopilot. So to do this, we needed the software to be smart enough to do things that traditionally required a ton of knowledge, experience, and the skills to analyze the stocks. So it needed to act like me. So promise me here, if you get nothing from my presentation and from our time together today, promise me you'll get this one thing. Whether you're doing the analysis on your own or you're relying on a 100x YouTuber, Redditor, or TikToker to do the analysis for you, you no longer need to spend years learning every nuance of stock analysis and investing in order to succeed. That's because we created software that combined my 10 plus years of stock investing experience with an open perspective to all the newest and most powerful AI models in the world to do all of the right things for you, whether you know to do them or not. Number 2, the future of stock analysis automation. So the idea is you're going to get profitable stocks added to your watch list. Buy them while they're undervalued, virtually on the go, for a hefty payday each and every month. You could invest in the S&P 500, and I think the average this last year might have been 15 or 17%. And look, that's great, but if you invest in the right companies, everything changes for you. Can you see how it changes the returns? The same $5,000 invested in a company like NVIDIA on the right. And this is from my own experience. Like, this is screenshots from my Robinhood here. Like, you could see, this works with 20 minutes or less a day or longer term auto investing. I used to invest $20 a day when NVIDIA was at $13 a share. So I'm not saying you're going to be able to do this. In fact, I'm not going to guarantee, that's going to be your results. And that's not what I'm really trying to say here. What I'm saying is everything that you've tried before now, if you haven't had the expansive, really amazing results, or you have had good results up until this point, everything that you've tried to this point, it definitely counts. It counts. Those experiences build up and you get more experience, and they're data for you to learn more as you continue to grow. So you're whether you had really great results or you didn't have good results, you don't lose time really if you're making progress towards becoming a great investor or growing your portfolio to new heights. You also get to learn what doesn't work, and I've spent a lot of time learning what doesn't work as well. But here's the thing, we've learned what works too, and by tracking stocks from the market view all the way through to a complete analysis, even if you made 58% with market returns, the markets you invest in that are in this AI market, like we select in the market view, have a much greater return. You can see it's 200%. That same $5,000 turns into $15,000. And I performed simple analysis of the company, took up the opportunity to enter the position, and then we watched as billions in volume flowed into the stock and grew my position before cashing out. So there's no fancy indicator, no big news catalyst, no complicated analysis strategy, just a stock with an undervalued status that I identified before buying and a proven strategy to generate a return. So some of you guys have tuned in here before. If you're just joining us for the first time, just a little bit on the personal side, I live near Tahoe, base of Sierra Nevada mountains, just outside the noise of Silicon Valley. I've been married to Tammy, my beautiful bride, for about 3 years, and they've been the best of my life. And well, we love to travel. We love to do these things. And a lot of these screenshots are just from the last year. And part of that is because we've learned what doesn't work and what does work. So I'm telling you, The results, they might feel random to you at times investing, but they can start to feel predictable. And then you can start to live the life that you want to live more predictably. And so, stock analysis AI automation is coming. Flip the switch, let the machine run, and wake up to deals every day. So let's move from find stocks and show you how the Prophecy app gets you deals on autopilot. So if you want to analyze a stock with ChatGPT, how many of you guys have tried to analyze a stock with ChatGPT? Anyone? Probably looks something like this. They give you some outlooks, they give you the risk, the catalysts. Anybody been there before? So how many of you guys have tried to analyze a stock with ChatGPT, or maybe with Grok, or with Google, or DeepSeek, or Claude? Any of these ones? Have you done multiple models? And maybe you have a favorite model? Go ahead, comment down below. So what if you want to analyze a stock with one of these? Sean says, could you analyze IREN stock? Just did a video on that earlier today, Shaw's. It's titled Top 4 Data Center Builder Stocks. And we posted it earlier today, Shaw's. So if you want to go grab it, you can go watch that video. I believe it's the third stock that I went over, which was IREN. And it's probably about 20 minutes in. You can find it there on the most recent uploads. But okay, so I see some people, they say ChatGPT, I've used Grok, I've used the Copilot, over with the Microsoft. So it's amazing what these models have done. And how many of you guys have seen how amazing these models have progressed over the last year? You see, AI has been moving at an unprecedented speed, not just impacting our growth in our portfolios, right? Because these companies are earning more and growing revenues, and we've seen that show up this past year, but also from a perspective of the golden age that each one of these companies is all working on their projects, right? But here's the issue that I've identified, and this is actually what makes up a lot of the core philosophy for the machine and Prophecy AI here is, ChatGPT has different models that come out every week. And Meta has different models that come out every week. And Grok has a different model that comes out every week. And Claude has a different model that comes out every week. And so these companies have all of these different AI models that are getting released almost every day. There's a new model. How many of you guys have seen how many new models there are? And so the issue is that as an investor or as somebody that's using AI to invest, you're now in a position where these companies, they ship these new models. And if you aren't staying up to date, you got to go find the right company. You got to go find Grok. Oh, the best one for stock analysis is now Gemini. I got to go find Gemini. Oh, and the best one this week is going to be Claude. Oh, now I got to go find Claude's new model. And then once you get to the company, you got to make sure that you're using the right model. And so it's actually like the equivalent of when these phones were getting shipped in the past, and all of the phones before the iPhone, they had buttons on them. And once the phone got out, it was always difficult for them to change features because you can't change the buttons on the phone. And so that's how it is right now, is like you can't stay up to date with the best AI models because they're always changing, and you got to get a new phone. You got to go to the new model. You got to go find it, right? And so that's exactly what we focused on. Now, what if you want to analyze a stock with these companies? If you want to go get the pro versions of ChatGPT, it's going to be about $200 a month for the pro. Grok is going to be about $300 a month for the Super Grok Heavy. Google is going to run you about $249 a month for the AI Ultra. Claude Max, their 20X, is going to be the $200 a month for their Claude Pro. And so these models are getting up there. They're not only hard to identify which one is the best, but then you're also paying a couple $100 a month, and then you're paying a couple $100 a month, if not more, maybe even 1,000 if you got more than one of these companies. And then, another one comes out and it's better and you don't have access. You got to switch around. You got to, and maybe you're fine just having multiple subscriptions for many different AI models. So you have the best all in one, all around you. But then you're still having to go back and forth from ChatGPT to Grok. And some of them are increasing, getting better and worse. And so it's not an ideal situation where you have to pay for all these models like this. It's just really not ideal if you want speed and you want the best at your fingertips. So let's jump into it. This is going to be a breakdown. I'm going to jump right in here to what is Prophecy AI. So Prophecy AI has been developed here. Let's see if I can close this sidebar. Having trouble closing the sidebar. Either way, there we are. Can you guys see that? Cool. So Prophecy AI is where you view the future of any stock, and you can get ChatGPT Pro, Gemini Ultra, you can get Super Grok Heavy, or you can get Claude Max all in one place. And so I've developed this with our team, and we've put together this expansively new system that's revolutionary for traders and investors. And is that all right? Can I show you guys how it works? Is that all right? Can I show you guys? Are you guys ready to jump into a little bit of a demo here on how Prophecy AI works? And then here's my other question. If you could see that this could make you a considerable amount of money and help you grow your portfolio, would you commit to also potentially investing in the Prophecy AI? That's what I'm here to make the structure easier so you understand what's going on here. So Prophecy AI, I'm going to log in here. I see some yeses. I see Lee is saying yes here. And we got some engagement here. Comment the word, anything other than yes. Are you guys cool if we jump in and I go ahead and give you guys the breakdown? I see Steve saying, yeah, tool looks awesome. Okay, cool. I love it. Exciting. Let's do it. So I'm going to log in here. And the first thing you'll notice is that I have the ability to search any stock. Now, I can actually select which model I want. So I can do the Grok, the best Grok model that's available. I can do Claude. I can do Gemini. I've got OpenAI selected here. And I can select the model that I want. So let's do Claude, for example. You see that? I just clicked on here on the right side of the search bar over here. And then I just clicked in and it shows me the best models and I can choose which one I want, just like that. And so how this works, it's based on something. We're going to search here and we're going to get into it. And I can chat with the models as I normally would, or I can actually get the analysis of these stocks. And that's what I'm going to show you here. But how this works is something called it's based on a Mercatus. It's called Mercatus. And we started building this out about a year ago. Is that we go in these models, while they're $200 or $300 a month, they don't actually always have the real-time data. In fact, some of them don't know what happened today or don't know the real-time prices. And so what we do is we inject all of the breaking news, the earnings announcements, the FDA approvals, merger activity, anything that's happening and moving in the markets, we put into the best models in the world. And then we map that data out with these models and these connections for accurate analysis. We give it the SEC filings, the insider trading, advanced chart indicators. We give it 50 plus technical indicators from the RSI, the MACD, all those things. And we have multiple source intelligence. So we use, NYSE, we use NASDAQ, SEC database, analyst ratings, social sentiment. All of that goes into this. So then let's get started. Are you guys ready? Which model do we want to search, right? Which model do you guys want to see? Now's the chance. Steve says it's not an app. No, it is available on your desktop or phone when you have access. Exactly. Yep. So what model would you like to see? Let's do it. Let's do Claude. I think Claude's a good one. Let's start up. And I see a ton of comments here, people making some generational gains today on APLD. All right, we see Grok. I see a few people saying Grok. Steve says Grok. Gemini says someone else. Let's do Gemini. Let's I kind of like the setup on Gemini. Let's do it. And Gemini sometimes can take a little bit of time. So did you see what I did there? All I did is I just searched the ticker symbol APLD. APLD, I searched it. And so now I'm on a different page. Do you guys see the page I'm on here? So this is the asset analysis page. And I can search any other asset. I can search a different stock if I want here. Or I can click into the models, change the analysis, and get different analysis right now. But look at that. We got our analysis loaded up. Let me zoom in here a little bit. And you can see we got some projections on APLD. So APLD, you can see some of the 1 month analysis. Look at this, the 4 hour. So it's anticipating a little bit of a correction down and correcting, but then looking bullish over the next 3 months. And you can see all of the reasoning that's going into this analysis. Over the next year, I can get a projection. What other stocks do you want me to search up? Somebody, yes, you can open up the URL on a browser in your phone. That's correct. Yeah, and we're moving, like I could show you right now. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't want to break anything here on this session. But if I wanted to move this into how it looks for mobile, this is how it looks for mobile. Do you guys see that? So it's kind of like it's the same, but it's just a little bit different. It's a mobile view. And all I do is I can select my model that I want, any of the top models in the world, and then I can just search up here. I could search the stock. Someone posted a different stock. They said MSRT. Let me search it. I don't know if that's one on the US NASDAQ. Let's do MSFT. How's that? I think that's probably what you meant to say. Microsoft. MSFT. All right, so I could see my projections for Microsoft already. I'm getting my projection. This is on the mobile version, right? So the mobile works quite well. And then I can see the technical analysis, all those things leading into that projection. But let me get back into the the full view. So you'll just notice here a few things. I got the ability to get these projections. So Microsoft, for example, I can see the next 1 month here. And you'll also notice this plus icon in the top right corner. Now the plus icon in the top right corner here, it allows you to add more widgets. So I can add another widget. I could add something like support and resistance. What if I want to see, the nearest support levels when analyzing the stock, or the nearest resistance levels? And so right now I have analysis loaded up. I can refresh here with Microsoft. I got Gemini here, and you can see the analysis, the nearest support levels. I can look at the next day. Looks like it's green in the next day, potentially a pullback maybe at market open, and I can see the reasoning. I can see all the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis there to get an idea of why it's moving the way that it's moving. MSTR, got it. Okay, got MSTR there. And then you got, so I could switch between different models. I can go into, OpenAI here and look at that. I got OpenAI pulled up, and we're moving fast. So I can go and see all the latest articles on the stock from today. Look, it's all from January 18th. And I can even hover over and have AI summarize the articles for me, all those things. Now, there's some other great features we recently added. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with all the features, but I will tell you this. Do you see this? Anybody could do this. Do you see how this actually makes things more simple for your analysis than more complicated? Because some people hear the word AI and they think, oh, I can't do this because I'm going to have to learn AI. Can you search a stock and can you look at a projection? Can you search a stock and look at a projection and then maybe read between the lines or see why it's saying that projection? Probably. Can you select an AI model and select your favorite, and we can tell you which AI models are doing the best? Or how about this? If you want to, I'll show you here. If I want to go through SEC filings, I could do that. In fact, we get a lot of questions from people that say, hey, I want to go through, SEC filings. And look, if you want to go through the SEC filings, you want to get a little more complicated. You want to pull up the recent SEC filings here, and you want to look at these recent sells and buys, and what's going on with the recent orders that's happening, and you want to read through it. You could, all power to you. But what if, like, I don't even open up the SEC filings article anymore? I just go to the inside. I have an insiders page. You can create pages up here and with different widgets on each page. And I get an AI analysis of all of the insider trading and selling. So look at this. Institutional, according to OpenAI, you can see this is Microsoft here. And this is analysis here. Institutional ownership activity for Microsoft MSFT shows 3,472 buys and 3,670 sells, resulting in net selling. Despite the net selling, institutions maintain substantial ownership, around 74%, which indicates actually strong overall confidence. And I can look at the insider AI analysis. Look at this. There's been more buys than sells, optimistic from the company's future performance on the insider trading. I can look at all this as well. And there's some other things. The last thing that I'll share with you guys is I don't want to have to run algorithms to be successful. I just want to click a button. And so we just added the ability for you to use quantum analysis. All you do is next to the timeframes. You see all these timeframes for future projections. All you do here is you just click in this blue button right here, and then you select your quantum. I'm going to select IonQ, and then I can see, according to IonQ, which time frame is the most confident. And it's saying that there's an 81% confidence in quantum for the next 1 year projection here that Microsoft's going to continue to run, and you can see some of the reasoning why and everything else. That's how simple it is. And if I want, I can look at my recent analysis over here on the left. I could pull that up. If I want, I can look at my watch list. It's simple. It's easier than ever. And we even allow you to do the quantum analysis on mobile. So do you see how this is actually more simple? It's more simple, right? So let's jump back in here to the presentation. So you could get all these models, and I'm sure you would have a good time, getting, ChatGPT and Claude and Grok, and you can go get those, but they're going to be a couple $100 a month. We have a deal here. So let me show you what that looks like here. So, and before I do, the truth about predictions is this: even Warren Buffett has lost more trades than he's won. And Michael Jordan has missed more shots than he's made. And Wayne Gretzky says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So here's the thing. What's key is that you also have a plan, right? So the truth about predictions is you don't need to win every trade, but if you have an edge just like this, and a single big winner can cover dozens of small losses, then your success comes from managing risk, finding good deals, and then playing the long game. And the long game doesn't necessarily mean buy and hold. The long game could mean just managing risk on the small individual steps you're taking to grow your portfolio in the long term. So how we apply this. So in StockMate, for example, we don't chase perfection. We build repeatable plans, and we use clear entries and exits instead of guessing. The profit calculator makes sure that your risk versus reward is always in your favor. So when you learn to trade like the pros, you stop worrying about being right every single time. And even if there's wrong projections don't scare you, because your focus shifts to consistency over time, not perfection in the moment. Now, by following the plan, managing the risk, and using the tools like StockMate and the profit calculator, you build confidence with that clarity. And over time, that confidence compounds into results, and that's how you win in the market. So you might say, well, Will, I didn't hear anything about StockMate. So let me share with you what this looks like. Flip a switch and wake up to deals. So here's what you're getting. Automation number one, you get the refresh of your analysis daily. You don't have to do re-researching. You don't have to re-look at the financials, re-look at the news. This guarantees you a pipeline of emerging stocks refreshed. Automation number two, it analyzes and auto deep dives for you, guarantees speed with real-time analysis. Automation number three, you're getting this automatically access powerful AI. So you're automatically getting the newest and best AI models that are available. You don't have to go search for them. You just let the system find short and long-term stocks for you. Automation number four is analyze deals and project prices. So you could go through and analyze, but it's a repeatable process that you have to do over and over. You've seen it, you've seen the videos, you know what we have to go through most likely. It's a repetitive thing. And so there's no need to run the financials, the news, and the chart analysis over and over again, because this analyzes the deals and projects the prices. Automation number five is that you uncover valuable companies' accurate analysis for real value. So the future of stock analysis automation is finally here. So I want to invite you to become a first access member of Prophecy AI. So the question is, if you become a first access member today, will you use the system, provide us with feedback, good and bad, and help my team and me change the way that profitable stocks get found? If you answered yes, I want to, number one, invite you today to join the first access list. And number two, join my team and me for the training day to set up and launch your machine. So as a beta tester, I want you to flip the switch, and with our help, as we move Prophecy AI from early access to our full production for portfolios, work with us to provide feedback, insight, and results. So we'll run this similarly to how we ran the beta release of the Market Network. What's going on, Ben? How are you doing today? So we'll guide you through the setup, and as we make improvements, updates, and launch new integrations, we'll unlock everything for you for free. So pre-2026 first access invitation has been the only opportunity to lock in future updates. However, we've opened up a first access list, and we're also limiting the number of early access members that we allow in this group. The bottom line is my team is going to treat this early access group with white gloves. You're going to feel like a king or a queen because we're going to see to your success. So the reality is the government's very clear. I can't make promises of success or financial reward. And well, this is stock investing, which I've been around long enough to know that nothing is guaranteed and everything worthwhile takes some commitment and some work. But it's our goal here at Prophecy to do everything we can to give you the power to create a profitable portfolio. And this is no different here because I don't know you, whether you're going to put in the work with my team and get up and running or not. So I can't say whether you'll make any money or not. And you could even lose money. But here's what I do know. We've put my 10 plus years of knowledge and experience and skill into the tools that make up the Prophecy app. So if you want the future of stock analysis and my 10 plus years built into the software and our team to help guide you towards success, watching this presentation today and joining me as an early bird for our world debut of the Prophecy AI could be the most important thing that you do all year. So you're probably wondering what it takes to join early access and work with my team. And you're probably expecting the investment to be pretty high and maybe outside of your comfort zone. But the good news is, guys, is because I want beta testers who are committed to action, there is what I call a commitment deposit. So I know you're serious, but I'm going to ask today, what I'm asking for is just a fraction of what you're probably expecting. So over the past couple of months, we've slowly been releasing tools and technology and products to make up the automations of the machine. And individually, if you were to have invested in everything as it was released, you would have invested in your portfolio between $6,000 to $9,000. Now, the good news is we know that we ultimately planned to release Prophecy AI as a fully integrated analysis system. So what we did as we released other technologies is we always bundled them together with tools, bonuses, and other products to keep your investments low. So I'm going to get into it here. So that way, no one has ever had to pay that full $9,000 to unlock the individual automations. We're bundling together in the Prophecy AI here today. And even if you've invested in one or another of the automations we released over the last year, you've seen that the full integration of the machine makes becoming an early member today a complete no-brainer. I mean, imagine where we're going to be 1 year from now. Can you imagine what the AI models are going to be like and how simple it's going to be for you as more and more of the human elements of the repetitive parts become not necessary, and you can just get faster analysis than you ever thought possible with proven methods. This is how I believe you're going to see more multi-million-dollar portfolios than ever before as a result of this AI age that we're in. And I've never offered a fully integrated package for anywhere near what I convinced my team to let me offer you here today. I've been offered crazy numbers to only make a very small handful of the machine features available in each market, and only to the highest level investors that could afford it. But that's not my goal. My goal isn't to lock you out or price everything super high and keep the AI technology for only myself, my successful buddies, and top stock investors in good markets. No, my goal is to change the way that investors find stocks and make returns by making it faster, easier, and better. So our goal is to create the best and most simple system for finding deals that anyone has ever experienced. And that's why when people told me that I should charge a setup fee between $3,000 and $5,000 and as high as $1,000 a month to run Prophecy AI in just one market, I know that I was onto something and that I was going to be able to positively impact the success of both new and experienced stock investors alike. And that's why I've decided to release this beta test version. It's the first access member access list for Prophecy AI today. And when you unlock Prophecy AI, I'm going to waive the $5,000 setup fee. That's now $0. I'm going to slash the monthly fee to $0 for 6 months and just roll everything into your new or existing Prophecy accounts. Just start or keep your existing subscription today, and I'll unlock Prophecy AI for you instantly. So that brings me to your small beta tester commitment deposit and your investment today. So you won't pay $9,000 like you could if you unlocked everything separately. You won't pay $6,000 or even $3,000. I've slashed the setup fee to $0 and waived the monthly fee with your StockMate account. Your commitment deposit today isn't $2,500. It's not even $2,000. You can become a first access member of the Prophecy AI machine. Let my team coach you through the entire setup and implementation. The New Year special, you unlock 6 months for the Prophecy AI machine today for just one payment of $14.97. So you can go to cash2assets.com/themachine. cash2assets.com/themachine, or you can hit the link in the description below of this video. So there's a description just below this video. If you tap that link, it will take you to the page. So let's take a look at what you're getting here. For the next 20 fast action takers, you're getting the market network, you're getting all of the models, you're getting the future charts, the analysis widgets, and you're getting the watch list builder and watch list AI analysis. So here it is, bonus number 1, Stockmate lifetime access. So you get lifetime access to our daily live trading sessions. In fact, we just went live this morning. We were trading APLD. We locked in a little bit over $500 profit, and we're only investing around $4,500. That's right. Very small amounts, like very, very small position there. And we're still making returns. In fact, we've had over 5 companies that we personally have invested. We've covered more than this, but 5 that we personally invested in front of you that have gained over 100% the last year. So you're getting my entries, my exits, full access to lifetime access to our sessions that happen every day at market open, Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right when the market opens. About 15 minutes before the market opens, you get an email and it takes you into the live session where you can watch. Bonus number 2, Prophecy accounts data upgrade. So you get 25,000 stock analyzations and downloads per month. We haven't had that be an issue where someone's hit the limit on the AI usage. That hasn't been an issue yet. It could potentially be if you were having a team of people, but as it stands right now with everybody that uses it, we have not had that be an issue where people have used more than 25,000 stock analyzations a month. But you get all of those unlimited essentially, because you're probably not going to use 25,000 for you. Bonus number 3, you get unlimited AI models. Okay. So this actually is something I should share with you guys. I know how it says 6 months. You might have seen that 6 months free for the Prophecy AI Max plan. So you get unlimited AI. However, this offer, if you go in with this offer, you're actually, if you go with the full price at $14.97, you get the 1-year license for the Prophecy AI. That's not a 6-month thing. That's a 1-year license you get for usage of the software. Now, you get unlimited models, all of the new AI models. It includes the newest revolutionary models from Grok, Gemini, Google's models, Claude, and OpenAI, ChatGPT. All those models are included. The most expensive and latest and best versions offered by those companies is unlocked inside of your account in the link in the description below when you sign up for the machine. Now, there's something here, and I want you to know, if you're looking at this and you're saying, yes, I want the full year, this is what I want. I'm in. I'm going to commit 2026. I'm going to go all in with Will, and I'm not going to look back from here a year from now, 3 years from now, and say, man, what would have happened if I would have caught in that AI boom and been a part of it? You don't have to think about that. You can go to the link right now. You can get in, lock it in for the next year. And now some of you guys are there and you're saying, okay, but Will, I'm still on the fence and I think that I'd like to take, not a full year. Is there something I can kind of get in, be committed as a first access member, get it to where my results aren't as random and start to get more structure and use the AI and make things simple for myself for investing? And I don't want to be relying on a bunch of people on YouTube or finding someone new to help me out. I just want to apply what I know, and I want to use the AI to help me make the alignment and the decisions. Okay, if that's you and you want to do it just for 6 months, let's say, then you can get all these bonuses, but this is just a 6-month license. And all you have to do is go to the link below and use the code MACHINE. If you type in the coupon code area, the word machine, okay, MACHINE, in your applying of your coupon code, then you get $500 off. It brings it down from $14.97 to $9.97, and then you get 6 months use license, and then you continue on with a Prophecy AI subscription after that. So that's the shift. If you want to not do a full year, Just use the code MACHINE, and then you unlock the next 6 months, everything here for 6 months. Here's the next bonus. We just relaunched, and we're going to be doing this next week. Every Thursday, we do our virtual stock trading system. So let me show you kind of how that looks here. The virtual stock trading system. Well, first I'll kind of show you the, this is StockMate. You get all of our targets. You'll get the live trading. You can see it's happening in 11 hours. Would love to see you tomorrow morning. That's a bonus here. But when it comes to the virtual stock trading system, you are actually getting inside the 6 weeks of classes that we already did, but that we're doing again for cohort number 2 for the virtual stock trading system. So this includes, the entries, the exits. It includes having hidden growth markets. How do you find them? Asset allocation. How do I structure my portfolio? How do I invest in multiple markets? How do I invest in not just stocks, but other asset classes? How do you find emerging 10x markets? It's all there inside the 6 weeks, but also not only is that there, the hour with the Q&A with the investors, but we're doing another cohort live in Zoom that you'll join in the community. So just keep that in mind. It is a bonus that you're getting when you unlock the machine. Okay. Now, when it comes to the bonuses, the last bonus, aside from those 6 weeks of classes, that's a $1,200 value. It's yours free when you go to cash2assets.com/themachine or click the link in the description below. But you also get this bonus. And you might say, Will, I'm almost there. I'm on the fence. I'm thinking maybe. How about this? Team tickets to attend the Prophecy AI launch and setup and implementation training day. So we do this every Thursday. You unlock the access to the implementation training day and the setup. You want to get set up, you want to get going, and you want to keep it rolling and keep the momentum. Next Thursday, we'll get it. If you get up in right now, you get the replay for the session. So the introduction or the setup and the implementation training day is what you get during this first year, during this first 6 months. So the bonuses today alone are worth $10,000, $497. And we have a 30-day $1,000 money back guarantee. So if for any reason you find that, and we've not been able to give this discount out actually, but if you do not earn more than $1,000 using the machine, it used to be $500, but people were breaking the guarantee like crazy. If you don't earn more than $1,000 using as a result of the machine, you just have to prove it, send over your portfolio, what have you, then you will get a money back guarantee. So you're eligible for that. Now, most people, they beat this guarantee. They say, well, I'm not even eligible anymore. And you think, oh, well, that sucks. But actually they're happy. They're like, it's working for me. I'm getting the results I want. And that's honestly the best alignment that we could have. It removes the risk for you and makes sure that you get the results. And the real risk that you have is repeating the same approach and expecting change, whereas this is something that's guaranteed. So that's what's included. And now I'm going to open it up here for questions. That's really just it. Let's jump into it. So there's all the bonuses, everything included. And were we clear on what you get? Cool. All right. What do we got here? Okay. Do you get grandfathered in? Are you grandfathered in? Grandfathered in. You get grandfathered in with a founder level pricing. So when we are, fully out of the beta and we're fully out, there's going to be, a pricing that's going to be greater, right? And ultimately you'd be saving big time. I wasn't going to do it, but I can try and explain it, but let me just show you. Let me see if I can just show you here. I think I can find it here. Let's see. I could try and explain it, but let me show you why you're getting such a good deal. If you wanted to, add all of these models here, this is actually our pricing page. This is where it's going. It's going to be public. This is public, and this is what it would be like if you were going through the public like route, right? Not through here on the YouTube family where we're at, and the list family of stockmates and people here. That you would be, basically set up with around $297, right? You get the Chat GPT Pro, Gemini Ultra, Grok Heavy, Claude Max. Each one, that's a $200 a month value for GPT Pro. Gemini's $249 a month. Grok's $300 a month. Claude is $100 a month. You would be paying about $869 a month with those models. We have the direct connection and we use it for the AI intensive, which actually makes them even more valuable for AI and financial analysis. That's why we love what we do. But at the same time, we have the markdown that would come out to $297 per month is what you would pay. So basically what you'd be locking in here, if you go straight to the link, purchase, no coupon code applied, you get 1 year of access for $14.97. So you're basically, if you went yearly on something like that, rather than paying like basically, $10,000 or even the markdown price of $23.77, you would be, and that's what it actually is on the site there, you would get all the models, every model included, unlimited searches with advanced analysis for $14.97 in the link in the description right now. So that's what you're getting for the next year when you get it. So does that make sense? Is that clear on like the pricing? So what would your renewal be? You would be grandfathered in. Like that's what you lock in for the 1 year. So rather than paying $23.77 a year, you're locked in now, basically $1,000 less for next year when you would renew. So it's like an annual, a yearly renewal. And so, anything changes between now and then, let us know. But that's really like how it would work. Yeah, exactly. Ben says, fathered in meaning machine was purchased already. Yeah, I mean, if you're purchased already, then you're on the yearly. You're literally on the yearly right now. You're locked in, Ben. You have the yearly access right now, and then you would get the renewal at the price that you originally paid. Does that make sense? Everybody get that? Does that make sense? So if you do the 6 month, then essentially you're getting the AI Max plan. You would, rather than pay $297 a month for 6 months, which would come out to, somebody do the math for me, it's probably around $1,800. You would go to the link in the description below, use the code machine, and then you get 6 months uninterrupted, full access, unlimited access instantly to all the models for the next 6 months of Prophecy AI on the Max plan. And then after those 6 months, then you would renew monthly after that. And then the monthly, you basically would save, about, if you went for the rest of the year, you would have basically saved about 3.5 months of not having to pay. Yeah, so both deals are good. One is for like someone that is really committed, and that's just go to the link. You're ready to go for the year and get the white glove experience. I want to give you a call. Let's get you set up, get you on a call, kickoff call, and also get you on our class that we have weekly. If you can't be there for our implementation training next Thursday, then all you have to do is just watch the replay. We'll send out a replay every day. We just sent out one earlier today. And so you'll get in and good to go. That's really how it works. So does that answer everybody's question? Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so yearly rate would be what you lock in. So again, rather than having a yearly rate, I think if you did a bundle, it'd be $23.77. If you're choosing a plan, so we're right here in it. Hopefully this makes sense. Choosing a plan would be $19.97 a year. You would save $500 a year, billed annually from today, $14.97. Cool. Any other questions as we, get into it here? All right. So you might wake up, a day from now and not notice any difference. You might wake up a month from now or a year from now. But maybe you wake up 2 years from now and you say, man, I wish I locked that in. Or maybe you say, well, I wonder what would have happened if I went all in with Will. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can go get access right now. All you got to do, click the link in the description below, and you will have complete access that will include all the bonuses, and you can see it on the page, all the details there. Appreciate you all. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Was your time here worth it for you here today? I love it. I love it. So realize, when the belief changes, I know this is really interesting, but some people, they have a portfolio between $5,000, maybe a couple thousand to $30,000 or $50,000. And their beliefs are different, right? They make a good trade, they make a good investment, or maybe they're on and off and they make some money and they earn some money, but it's like they're gonna have to earn quite a sum to make, back 1,000 and then more. Others, they get the machine right away. We have just under 100 users right now. And I call every single user. I work with every user. We're not a broker. We won't ask for sensitive information. You get in, you get the projections, you get to use the AI that's there. We're working towards getting to a point where you're able to have more automation with the investing. But what I'm saying is there are some people that then look at this and they're like, that's easy because, I'm going to make the return back right away, because when they make a good trade, they're making $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 or more when they have good trades. And so to lock in what would come out to, I don't even know, like $1 a day, maybe throughout the course of the next year or two, it's like, it's a no-brainer. For a few years, it's a no-brainer. And so there's that person, right? But ultimately, if you're down into a mode of just figuring it out, and you're like, hey, I'm just on the basics right now, this is where you're at too. It's like, it's not even motivation. It's actually a behavioral change where you can see more results follow, get on with a good foundation. And also, if you're going to make a decision like someone that has a portfolio that's larger, when the belief changes and you act that way, the behavior oftentimes follows. Just more of like an understanding of what you're in. And so if you see it, you understand what I'm saying, you get what I mean. But neither is wrong. One is just faster. If you decide to continue to go the way that you're going without using the Prophecy AI and without using the resources that we've put together in StockMate and the daily live trading and all that, that's totally fine as well. You could keep doing this alone and just be on the YouTube channel tuned in, and it works. It might be slowly, but at this point you got two options. Neither is wrong. If faster seems appealing and you would trust me and my sincerity to help you hit the results that you want to hit, then I would encourage you to have a look simply at the link below in the description. And again, full year, just go ahead and go through. If you want to get 6 months, use the code MACHINE. Michael says, are you a chartist to know if a chart has a buy or sell signal on a chart? That is included, yes. So you can search any stock and get any future projection for, if it's a buy or sell from current prices. Exactly. Yeah. You don't see the link. Okay. So the link is going to be in the description, but let me see if I can just type it into the chat here for you. So it's going to be https://cash to assets.com/the-machine. I'm typing it out right here. That is correct. I just sent it there in the chat. That you can see it's sent from Willrich YT. and I'll pin that there. Yes, Lee, you will be seeing me. I will be seeing you. We'll be seeing each other tomorrow on our call, tomorrow night on a phone call, on a Google Meet. Every person that joins, you don't have to answer the phone as well. But I call every single person that is a user of the machine is a part of the prophecy family here, getting into the AI. Anybody that's there, we give a call to make sure you're on the right track. Armin says, can you change from 6 months to a yearly after the 6 month? You can, yeah. Yeah, so if you wanted to change from a 6 month to a yearly, you would be coming up like on the end of your 6 months. And then whatever the deal is that we have at that time, if we have a deal for 1 year, then you can exercise that. We transition, some people go from monthly and they're like, I don't want to pay, I'm just going to get this for the year, and they want to move to the year. We do that all the time. It's just a simple email to our team or a simple text, and we see everything. They see everything, but also they have it route to my personal business phone, so I can see and I respond to everyone as well. If I see it, usually I'll look at it once or twice a day. Google Meets, yep. We're going to be there, Lee. Got it, Steve. Will I be seeing you there? Let's go. I see some people saying I'm in. You're good to go. So again, the next 20 fast action taker bonuses that we got here. For the next 20 fast action takers, you get the StockMate lifetime access. You get the data upgrade for 25,000 stock analyzations a month. Real world value of 2,500. Then you get unlimited AI models, 1 year use license, real world value of $29.97. That's yours. Free, along with the 6 weeks of virtual stock trading classes in this cohort we're launching into next week. That's yours for free when you go to cash2assets.com/themachine. And then finally, you get team tickets to attend the AI launch setup and implementation training day. It's a real value of $1,997, yours free as a bonus when you jump in. And again, once again, we got the guarantee. Bonuses are over 10K. 30-day $1,000 money back guarantee. If you can prove that you didn't earn more than $1,000, you'll get your money back. There you are. You bet, Lee. Lee, I appreciate you tuning in. Lee is already a user of the machine. Lee is already a Prophecy subscriber. And we even have a call tomorrow night. I'll be there, Lee. See you there. It's on my calendar. I really appreciate it too. It's so funny. Some people are literally machine users and they watch this presentation multiple times because they want to realize it's just all it is here. It's beliefs as well. It's like, it might sound appealing to just click a button and sit back and wake up to deals, but it's also like belief systems. You got to shift your belief systems. You got to learn a certain way. And that's really what you get here when you tune on in. And I hope that you see it. I hope you guys are finding that as if this clicked for you, type in the chat, I see it. If this clicked for you, type in the chat, I see it. Steve says, I'm in. Let's go. Let's go, Steve. We'll get you on the right track here. You'll look out for the emails for the training for this next Thursday. And then you'll get your login, your password set up there. And then you got the option to book the call as well there, Steve. I see it. Steve says, I see it. I love it. Lee says, I see it. Let's go. So again, guys, all you got to do, final CTA, and then, if you found that this time has been worth it for you, all I ask is that realize it doesn't have to be difficult things. You're allowed to choose better odds for yourself. You're allowed to make it easier for yourself. Some people, they have this weird belief where they think like that they want to struggle because they'll get better. Anybody? Like, I used to feel this way too. It was actually keeping me from winning so much. Or like that I didn't have the time, but it's like 10 minutes in the right market, just 10 minutes, like beats hours getting bad analysis or being in the wrong market. It's just like, it doesn't, results don't come from the time spent. It just comes from doing it right. And so there's nothing noble about an unnecessary difficulty. Just let that sink in. That's all I'm going to say. And, when it comes to it, I see you guys are tuning in. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I see all the see it comments. And I'm going to leave you guys with a quote here. All right. The quote for today. Let's end with a quote. I have this quote that I've been going back to pretty time and time again as of recently, even just using, even though it's, tied into, things might feel complicated, but what if I told you things are actually easier when you use AI? People get, oh, it's so hard when it's AI. It's actually easier. So this is the quote. It's from Charlie Munger. And the quote is, take a simple idea and take it seriously. That's what we're doing here. Simple idea. The best AI models in the world in your hands with the right analysis on the right stocks, taken seriously. That's what it is. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye for now.